Hell House, a 2015 found footage horror movie. Interesting movie. Took found footage horror to a bigger level. I liked it. Did you like it? Have you seen it? We're talking about it right here on Horror and Coffee. If you like this channel, if you like what you see here, please tap on that bell for future notifications and make sure you subscribe for future Horror and Coffee content. That freaked me out just now. Hell House came out in 2015. I saw this movie a couple years ago, actually, and then my buddy Vic, co-founder of Horror and Coffee, told me, Ralph, you gotta see this movie. I like, Vic, I already saw it. And he was like, see it again. I was like, okay. So I saw it again. And I have to say, I was like, wow, I forgot how good this one was. Okay, what's it about? It's a found footage horror, so it's a lot of video shaking and all that kind of craziness, right? And it's about these group of young people that want to open up a haunted house in upstate New York. And there's a lot of these, actually. I've seen many haunted houses around Halloween time in upstate New York where they set up something really cool for the holidays. Sadly, not at this time in 2020. But in 2015 they did. And what they did was they found this old hotel. It used to be a hotel, and they put it together. They were putting all these, cool effects and actors and actresses and dummies and things of that nature to set up a cool haunted house experience. Obviously, the ultimate goal was to make some money off of it. And one of the people that were there, used a video camera to kind of document the process of putting it together. However, what they were not banking on was that for this house to be really haunted. It was really haunted. How was it really haunted? Well, apparently years ago, the history of this hotel, the owner of this hotel committed suicide up in one of the rooms, and he had been doing some weird cult-like stuff. I don't know if they were worshiping the devil or if they were worshiping Ubu, the pet rock god. I just know that they were worshiping something. The weeks kept on going up to the point of opening night for the haunted house. They started noticing weird things, like the clown dummy would be here where they put it and then end up there somewhere else. At one point, it was standing on its own at the bottom of the stairs. Total freak out. Of course, they started blaming each other. Are you doing this? Are you trying to mess with us? And are you doing this? And it became a blame game all across. It didn't really start getting bad until literally the week before opening night of the haunted house attraction, where a couple of their staff members kind of disappeared for a little bit, and what happened to them, right? They didn't know where to find them. The video cameras, the footage was revealing a lot more than they were banking on until it wasn't until after the events of opening night that this video footage was released apparently to the public. It wanted to give it that same kind of Blair Witch style to it. What I really liked about this found footage horror was, if you put aside the shaking of the camera, which always makes people dizzy and want to throw up, how when the camera's moving around in the dark rooms, you see a figure standing there, and you don't know if it's a dummy, one of the dummies they put in there, or whether it's a real being, and that messes with your head. I love the messing with your head on this film. I kind of just said to myself, I don't know if I could get through this whole movie without jumping, and jump I did. One of the lone survivors of that night at the end, you see her in the beginning of the movie actually talking to a local journalist or something, having an interview with her in a camera found footage kind of way also, that she's describing the events of what happened. At the end kind of gives you some more. You think it's over and it's not over. That's what I like movies, especially horror movies, that you think it fades to black and then that's it. And then all of a sudden you're into some kind of epilogue of some of sorts. And you're like, what? Oh, wait a minute. There's more here. The boss, the guy who was trying to put the haunted house together, the guy who was running everything, who was paying everybody to do what they were doing, from the actors to the technicians to the setup to the camera to the effects. He seemed, to be the one most in the dark. He was really playing the willful ignorance card. Like, oh please, these guys are just playing around. Even though his employees and his friends were trying to tell him, no, there's something wrong going on here. We shouldn't do this. And it was like, stop it. You're ignorant. They weren't ignorant. He was ignorant. Found footage horror it's something that has continued to draw people into the theaters at the time. We had Paranormal Activity. We have the original classic Blair Witch Project. We even have, there's so many. The VHS, that we can talk about all of them. What gave this movie a particular uniqueness was how creepy it really was. You didn't know what was coming. I actually enjoyed this movie. This is definitely a Halloween night movie to watch on Halloween. I know Halloween's over now. It's been a couple weeks, but next, if you haven't seen this movie, this is definitely something, and hopefully we'll be back to normal next year. This is definitely a movie to watch at home with friends and stuff like that, after the trick-or-treating, after the partying, after the whatever. Definitely watch this film. I saw it on Shudder just recently, and it was great. So, just enjoy it for what it is. It's actually spawned a sequel. I haven't seen the sequel yet, so I'm going to see if that one lives, it's a good follow-up to that one. I'm going to check that one out. I'm going to give Hell House 3 coffee cups. It was good. Good brew, good taste. It felt like I was in it, and I felt like, the nightmare continues. It gave you like a epic kind of ending that made you gave you that last jump scare that was pretty awesome, actually. So I'm not trying to get into specifics. I've gotten into the pretty much the gist of the film, of the story. So I want you all to see it. I want you all to comment below and talk to me and let me know what you think about Hell House 2015 horror found footage movie. It's a good one. Till next time. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tap on that bell for future notifications for future Horror and Coffee content. Ralph Perez, Horror and Coffee. Take care and stay safe. Keep those masks on. All right?